Hi, welcome to our app WinStep. It's an application created with Streamlit for the front end, which is a Python API, and Firebase is the user backend. We have two machine learning models within our app. We have a large language model, Gemini, which is called, and we also create our own machine learning model using a bunch of Python libraries, which we will show later in the app. So first of all, this is the dashboard. We'll come back to this afterwards after I walk through what the app itself does. So the first main feature is capture and analyze. Just to reiterate, our problem statement was problem statement number 9, which talked about retail product perishability. So basically, retail stores have a bunch of products all the time, and the issue is a lot of these products perish at high volumes, and it's difficult for especially small businesses to keep track of this. Larger retailers like Walmart and Target, they have RFID chips that do all of this tracking for them, but smaller retailers that don't have RFIDs, especially in India, where a lot of retailers have local grown products and stuff like that, they don't have RFID chips to track product perishability. So because of that, we created this project where the user simply inputs the current date or the date when the initial product is put on the shelf stockage. Right? So let's say someone stocked a product today on this business. Then the user has the option to upload a picture of the product itself. Right? Sorry, the camera is bugging out a little bit, but you can upload a picture of a product. So here's a phone case. Right? You upload the picture, and what it does is it processes the image, and then we use Gemini large language model to analyze the image and give us information that we ask. So it asks for the brand name, electronics, the color, and the important thing is it gives an estimated shelf life as well as the price in US dollars. Based on the estimated shelf life and the date that we input up here, it'll give you an expiry date for when a product is set to expire. Next, within the review data section, you can see all the different categories that we have. Right? So we have a set list of categories. For example, groceries is the default one. And we can go to our phone, which was in electronics. So you can see I've tried phone case a number of times because that's just what I've had on me. But the most recent picture is right here. And once you click on it, it'll give you all the details for what the phone case has. As I said, there's multiple other categories. So within groceries, for example, you can see all of our different products. It takes a minute to load. There we go. So for example, here's soda, and within soda, you can see that it has the expiry date as well as the price in US dollars. It just gives you recommendations on that information. The next thing is the risk analysis section, which takes each of the categories, and based on the category that's selected, it'll give you information about the category itself. So let's stick with groceries because that's what we have. So within the groceries product category, as a summation of all the products within groceries, the predicted expiry risk for the groceries is 0.37%, which means that 37% of the groceries are going to expire within a certain amount of time frame. Based on that, the recommended discount percent for groceries as a whole is 23% discount. With that 23% discount, you'll have a revenue of $254, and without, it's $206. This is in US dollars, by the way, which gives you an estimated savings of 47.45. This US dollar amount is calculated based on the Gemini LLM response from earlier, which is where the data comes from. Here's the expiry risk versus stock level for each of the different categories. This is a distribution of days until expiry, which means that on average, as your entire retail and entire stock, how many days are left for all the products. So as of now, there's 4 products which are set to expire in 15 to 16 days. Finally, here's a sales velocity distribution, which shows that of all the product categories that you stock, which of them sell the most and which of them sell the least. Which means that every time you have books stocked, you sell them at a rate of 2.5. Whereas if you have sporting goods, they only sell at a rate of 1.1, which means that you should buy more books because that's what you sell the most. Now, returning back to the dashboard, as I said before, we have, this just is an easy way for users to see all of their information. So estimated savings right now, based on what users have, based on our estimations, is 15% if they implement all of our changes. Over here, you can see the stock versus the number of sales for each individual category, stock by product, sales by each product. You can see all the things, the colors correspond similarly over here. This is the stock over time based on how we've inputted and removed stuff from the database. This is your entire inventory, this is your entire sales distribution. And the sales forecasting, this is based on notifications that we send at a given time based on Firebase authentication on the main screen. So that's our entire project. Thank you so much for listening, and have a great rest of your day.